Are you still thinking that having an extra income is just for people who are struggling to pay their bills? That it's only for the poor, or for people desperate to make ends meet? Well, let me tell you something that might change the way you see money forever. Because here's the shocking truth. Millionaires, multi-millionaires, and even billionaires all have extra income streams. And not just one. Most of them have at least 5 to 7 different income sources, while the average person barely has one. Today I'm going to reveal how the richest people think about money, why they never rely on just one paycheck, and how you, starting today, can begin to build your own extra income streams, no matter where you're starting from. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to look at your financial life in a completely different way. Let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, there was a young man named Daniel. Daniel had a good job. He was making around $4,000 a month, which for him felt like he was doing fine. Every month he paid his rent, his bills, went out with friends on weekends, and even saved a little. But deep down, he felt stuck. Because here's the thing. No matter how hard he worked, no matter how many hours of overtime he did, at the end of every month, the bank balance was always more or less the same. One source of income, one paycheck, one point of failure. Until one day, something happened that changed his life. His company went through a round of layoffs, and just like that, his stable job was gone. It hit him like a truck. Suddenly, he realized all his financial security was built on a single foundation, and that foundation just collapsed. Daniel was not alone. In fact, this happens every single day to millions of people. And do you know what separates those who recover from those who sink deeper into debt and stress? Multiple streams of income. Because here's something that most schools, colleges, and even parents never teach us. The rich never put all their eggs in one basket. They don't rely on one job or one business nor one investment. They create a system where money flows from different directions. So if one source dries up, the others keep flowing. This is not a coincidence. It's a strategy, a mindset, a way of life. There's actually a famous study that shows this. Most millionaires have 7 income streams. Let me repeat that. 7 streams of income. Here's what they usually look like. Earned income, the money they make from their main job or business. Profit income, money from buying and selling things for a profit. Interest income, earnings from lending money or from interest-bearing accounts. Dividend income, money from owning shares in companies that pay dividends. Rental income, income from owning properties that they rent out. Capital gains, profit from selling investments like stocks, real estate, or businesses. Royalty or licensing income, earnings from letting others use their intellectual property. Now, do you see the pattern here? They're not just hoping their salary will grow. They're building layers of income, like financial armor, around their lives. And this brings us back to the biggest lie that most people believe, that only people in financial trouble look for extra income. But look around. Go study the lives of millionaires, entrepreneurs, investors. They are constantly asking, how can I create another income stream? How can I make money work for me, even when I'm sleeping? How can I diversify my income so I'm never vulnerable again? It's not about greed. It's about security, freedom, and control over their financial future. And if you're watching this video right now, it means you're already one step ahead of most people, because you're looking for answers. Now, in the next part of this video, I'm going to break down exactly how millionaires choose which extra income streams to build first. And more importantly, which ones you, with no big capital and no experience, can start today, even from scratch. We're talking about real strategies, man. No get-rich-quick nonsense, just smart, proven, step-by-step moves that can change your income forever. So don't go anywhere. Hit that like button if this is making sense to you so far, and let's keep going. Welcome back. If you're still here, that means one thing. You're serious about changing your financial life, and that already makes you different from 90% of people who click on a video, but never finish it. In the first part, we talked about the biggest lie about extra income, and we saw that millionaires don't have just one. They build multiple streams of income. But now comes the big question. How do they decide where to start? And more importantly, how can you, right now, start building your first or next source of income, even if you're starting from zero? Let's break it down. The first thing you need to understand is this. Millionaires don't chase random opportunities. They build income streams by leveraging what they already have: their skills, their network, their audience, their savings, their time. So here's the first mindset shift for you. Stop thinking about, what's the best way to make money? And start asking, what do I already have that I can use to create income? This is how real wealth begins. Let's take an example. Imagine Sarah. She's a graphic designer working full-time for an agency. For years, she believed her only income option was her salary. Until one day, she started offering small freelance projects on weekends. Then, she created an online course teaching design basics. After that, she launched a YouTube channel showing design tutorials. Today, she has 4 income streams: her job, freelance gigs, online courses, YouTube ad revenue. And guess what? None of this happened overnight. It started with one step: using the skills she already had. Now, let's get super practical. If you're just starting out, here are 5 realistic and beginner-friendly income streams that you can build without needing a huge investment. Freelancing your skills. Are you good at writing, design, editing videos, social media, translation, coding, anything? Platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, and Freelancer are filled with people making extra income right now and offering small services. Start small, build your profile, deliver great work. Clients will come, print on demand or drop servicing. You don't need to buy stock or hold inventory. With print on demand, you create designs, upload to platforms like Redbubble or Teespring, and get paid when people buy. With drop servicing, you offer a service like website design, find clients, and hire freelancers to do the work for a lower fee. You keep the difference. It's all about smart positioning. Digital products create something once and sell it over and over again. It could be an ebook, a template, a mini course, a Notion planner, Canva designs. You don't need to be an expert. You just need to solve a small problem for someone. Affiliate marketing: recommend products you believe in and earn a commission when people buy through your link. This works great if you have a social media profile, a blog, a YouTube channel, even just a WhatsApp group. There are affiliate programs for almost everything: Amazon, ClickBank, Share a Sale, and many more. Content creation: yes, even starting a YouTube channel, TikTok, or Instagram page. If you stay consistent, build an audience, and deliver value, you can monetize through ads, sponsorships, affiliate links, and even your own products. And here's a secret most people ignore. You don't need millions of followers, you just need a small, loyal audience that trusts you. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I already work full-time, I'm exhausted, I don't have time. Let me tell you something real. Millionaires didn't build wealth because they had more free time. They built it because they used their time differently. They worked on weekend, they stayed up 1 extra hour. They said no to distractions. They sacrificed short-term comfort for long-term freedom. You don't need 5 hours a day. You need 1 focused hour with consistency every single day. Remember, this is not about getting rich overnight. It's about building something that will protect you, give you freedom, and create options for your future. So here's what I want you to do next. In the comments below, tell me, which of these 5 income streams sounds most possible for you right now? Because in the final part of this video, we're going to talk about the biggest enemy of extra income: fear, procrastination, and the lies your mind will tell you to keep you broke. I'll also share with you the exact steps to take in the next 7 days to go from thinking to taking action. If you're serious about this, stay with me, because the next part might just be the most important one. Let me ask you something. How many times in your life have you said this sentence: I'll start next week? I'll try when I have more time. Maybe when things get better. And how many times it did next week turn into next month and then next year. And now here you are, still thinking, still planning, but not really starting. Don't feel bad. You're not alone. This happens to almost everyone, even the most successful people on the planet. At some point, felt fear, doubt, and hesitation. But here's the difference. They started anyway. There's a voice in your head right now, and it's trying to protect you. It says, what if I fail? What if I waste my time? What if people laugh at me? What if I'm not good enough? But let me tell you something uncomfortable and true. That voice is the same voice that keeps millions of people broke, stuck, dependent on one paycheck, afraid to take action. The people who succeed are not the ones who don't feel fear. They're the ones who act despite the fear. Do you know what happens if you do nothing? Life stays exactly the same. Same job, same stress, same fear when bills arrive, same frustration when you want to buy something, but can't. If you don't change, nothing changes. But here's the good news. A small action today can create a completely different life in a few years. It starts with momentum. It starts with one step. Now, I promised you something practical. So here's a simple, no excuses, 7-day action plan that you can start right now. Day 1, choose your income stream. Pick one of the 5 beginner-friendly streams we talked about earlier: freelancing, print on demand, digital products, affiliate marketing, or content creation. Stop overthinking, just choose one. Day 2, research and observe. Spend 1 hour watching YouTube videos, reading blogs, or following successful people already doing this. Not to compare yourself, but to understand how it works. Day 3, take your first micro action. If you chose freelancing, create a Fiverr or Upwork profile. If you chose digital products, outline your idea. If you chose content creation, script your first video or post. Day 4, build something small. Create your first gig, your first product draft, or your first piece of content. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to exist. Day 5, publish or list. It's somewhere. Post your gig, upload your product, or publish your content. The goal here is not to make money on day 1, it's to break the wall of fear and procrastination. Day 6, promote it. Share it on your social media. Tell friends. Post in online groups. Send it to someone who might be interested. Small beginnings lead to big results. Day 7, reflect and plan. Next steps after 7 days must sit down, look at what you've done, and ask yourself, what did I learn? What worked? What can I improve? Then, set your next weekly goal, because this is not a one-time thing, it's the beginning of your new financial life. Now, I want you to imagine something with me. Imagine waking up, checking your phone, and seeing that while you were sleeping, you made your first $5, $10, maybe $100 from your new income stream. Imagine a few months from now, your side income grows, and suddenly you can cover your rent, your groceries, or even save for that dream vacation. Imagine 1 year from now, having 2, 3, maybe even 4 income streams working for you, so that even if something happens to your main job, you're safe, you're free. You don't need to imagine forever. You just need to start. If this video made sense to you, if something inside you is saying, this is my time, then do this right now. Like this video, subscribe to this channel for more real, no-nonsense financial strategies, and comment below, I'm starting today, because this is your moment. And remember, extra income is not just for the poor, it's the strategy of the rich. And now, it's your turn.